What is your favorite class or teacher?
Favorite class right now or ever?
Ever.
Ever? Would have to have been Principles of Engineering, Mrs. Hartman.
Alright. What is your favorite PE game?
Let's go with that. What was it called where you had like the four-person dodgeball?
What is your favorite movie quote?
Anchorman. Well, that escalated quickly.
I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Who was your first crush?
I think it was Brianna Schaefer, like 3rd grade.
How would your best friend describe you?
Awesome.
Who's your best friend?
The Grand Dragon.
Of course.
What is the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you?
Mids, remember when first time I went out driving with all of us, I missed like 5 exits on the way home.
Yeah. Do you have a childhood toy that you refuse to give up? If so, what is it and why is it so special to you?
I used to have a stuffed animal I always kept in my closet, but I lost it. So I guess I kind of did give it up.
Ants or gets you motivated?
Ooh. Have to be now Survival by Eminem.
If you could bring any person in the world to the homecoming dance as your date, who would you ask?
Like in the school or like
World.
In the world.
Ooh. Let's go with Selena Gomez.
What's your favorite fast food restaurant and what do you get?
Well, have to be McDonald's and well, everything obviously. You have to order everything.
If you were invisible for a day, what would you do?
I just walk around slapping people in the face.
Describe the scariest encounter you've ever had.
Those tornadoes a couple of years ago, they really freaked me out.
Alright. Oh yeah, I
What
remember.
tornadoes? There's tornadoes all over your time.
The big one.
The one that hit AP, that one?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, like 8th grade?
The one that almost hit Denver. The siren went off and the brakes were off.
In the 8th grade, yeah.
What is your earliest memory of Denver?
Sunshine Preschool.
What is your favorite memory of your high school years?
Mr. Wilkinson's impression of McCoy.
Do you think anybody in this school could beat you at a video game?
Maybe at like Madden or anything like that, but stuff like Call of Duty now.
Okay, and then...
Alright, that come to your mind. Megan.
Blonde.
Kyle.
Smart.
Courtney.
Tan.
Caleb. I just wanted... Lexi.
French.
Bray.
Which one? Nui?
Nui.
Yeah, no.
Football.
Abby.
Smart.
Brenden.
Funny.
Bailey.
Athletic.
Weston.
Goofy.
That's so true.
What is your favorite movie?
I'll go with the Avengers. No.
What is your favorite time of the year?
Ooh. I'm gonna have to go with the combination between spring and summer.
Who's your favorite teacher?
Ooh. How about Mr. Barrett?
What do you prefer to dip your chicken nuggets in?
Barbecue sauce.
What's your favorite day of the week?
Hump Day!
Who was your first crush?
Courtney Ott.
What's your favorite fast food restaurant?
There's too many. Probably McDonald's.
What do you get?
Food, obviously.
Playing fantasy football.
Yes.
Who are your starters?
Do I have to say all of them?
Yep.
Okay, RG3, Matt Forte, Ryan Matthews, Victor Cruz, Mike Wallace, Texans defense, Dan Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, and it was my flex.
How would your best friend describe you?
Awesome.
Sexy.
And sexy, I guess.
What is your favorite website?
I don't know. What do I get on a lot? YouTube, I guess. YouTube.
If you could be any superhero, what would it be?
Green Lantern, and my best friend would be Flash.
You are graduating and leaving high school in a few months. What are your thoughts on that?
Thank God.
What's your favorite school lunch?
I'm gonna have to go with chicken tat or chicken pat.
What are your thoughts on Megan?
She's nice,
Kyle?
smart.
Courtney?
She's nice too.
Caleb?
He's fat.
Lexi?
She's my neighbor, kind of.
Bray?
He's my best friend.
Abby?
She's pretty nice.
Brendan?
Well, he's probably the nicest guy I know.
Bailey?
She's nice. All of them.
Who is your favorite teacher?
I have to go with. Wait, did they have to be here? Like, still at Denver?
No.
No. I don't know. I'd go Mr. Wilkinson. He gave us a lot of time to do our homework. It was nice.
What is your favorite PE game?
Favorite PE game? I have to go with Jail Ball.
What is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, Batman rocks.
Who was your first kiss?
Miranda Fober. I'd say kindergarten.
Can you give us some details there?
It was very brief, if I remember right.
What song always makes you dance or gets you motivated?
Danza Kuduro. Danza Kuduro!
Describe the scariest encounter you have ever had.
One time I was lost on the ski slopes of Colorado. Lost my ski, rest of the family went on without me. Terrifying situation. I had to look for my ski in the snow and I couldn't find it. But then I did, and I found my family, so it all worked out.
Okay. Are you playing fantasy football?
I am.
Who are your starters?
For quarterback, my one team I got Peyton Manning, 7 TDs, woo woo. And then on my other one, Andrew Luck. Yeah.
What is your earliest memory of Denver?
Earliest memory of Denver would probably be like Mrs. Fowler's kindergarten classroom and how we had to like sit in squares on the floor. You had a designated square, and if you didn't sit there, watch out.
If you could bring any person in the world to the homecoming dance as your date, who would you ask?
Oh, that's really tough.
What about Selena Gomez?
Oh, she's good, yeah. But
Blake Lively.
Yeah,
Blake
that's what I
Lively,
would
she's
say.
good. There's so many. I mean, Jessica Alba, you know. God, can I possibly go back to that one if I think of her name?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, wait, who is that one Dancing with the Stars chick? Zendaya?
Yeah. She's off of like Disney Channel.
Oh,
Kyle.
she's cute.
Don't say Zendaya, please. What is the most disappointing movie you ever saw or the worst movie you ever saw?
The Bachelorette. Horrible movie. If you see it, just run away. It
is a movie. It is a movie, Ted.
Terrible.
I can't believe you watched that.
You are graduating and leaving high school in a few months. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, it's bittersweet. I'm sad to see it, you know, it's going to come to an end inevitably, but I've really enjoyed my time here. Denver High School's been good to me. All my classmates, everything.
What are your plans?
My plans are to attend Iowa State, hopefully 4 years, get an electrical engineering degree. Probably take me 5 years though, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Are you recording? Okay. What do you have to say about Megan?
Funny.
Courtney?
Athletic.
Caleb?
Cool guy.
Lexi?
Softball player, I don't know.
Bray?
Another cool guy.
Abby?
Smart.
Brenden?
Charismatic.
Bailey?
Athletic.
You're done!
Yes!
That was
What is your favorite class?
Anything and everything taught by Michael Troyer.
Your favorite PE game?
Wombat ball. Obscure, but wombat ball. It's my
What is your favorite movie?
Tombstone. Got
nobody knows what Tombstone is, but Val Kilmer, you know, Kurt Russell, Wyatt Earp, so be it. Just memo for the underclassmen. Just see Tombstone.
Who was your first crush?
Like here? Like, do I have to say here or like? That'd probably be a fitting.
Probably say
Yeah,
here.
Similar.
Okay.
It'd probably have to be Courtney Ott. It probably was when I was
What is your favorite time of the year?
baseball time.
What is the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you?
I don't know. I mean, there's kind of, embarrassing things like, you know, just messy. There's not one thing that stands out. Plus, I like to take every situation and, like, you know, it could be even more embarrassing. You know what I mean? Yeah, and something happens to you, it could be worse. You just think of something that, you know, and then all of a sudden it's not as embarrassing as it was before.
Yeah, this is a very awkward question, but I could just walk up and pants you right now in front of Shelby. That would be a little more awkward.
Oh, speaking of pantsing, I did get pantsed in front of the whole crowd at a Waverly football game when I was in 8th grade. And I turned around and punched Nick Flaggy. I don't know if that's the most embarrassing, but it happened.
It's a good one. It's a good story.
Trend or fad are you most embarrassed about being a part of?
Probably the whole AAU basketball, I'm gonna deck myself out in Jordan gear fad. You know, like the kind of happens like, you know, you hit 7th grade and it kind of lasts through maybe about sophomore year, and it's just like you think it's cool to just layer yourself in Jordan gear, and then you realize, wow, that was terribly tacky.
What is one outrageous thing you desperately want to try before you die?
Probably street race. Probably like not just like, you know, out here in gravel roads like Iowa people street racing, you know, like I'm talking like checkered flags, Paul Walker, nitrous kits in your car, you know, souped up street racing. Fast and Furious style, like that'd be cool. Paul Walker actually did that before he was casted for Fast and Furious. So it happens in like Miami and big cities and stuff.
What is your favorite website and why?
Wikipedia.
Oh,
You fall down a Wikipedia wormhole, man. Seriously, like you don't know something, look it up. Wikipedia's got everything. And then if you don't know something in the paragraph, you know, the passage, you blue link, it's got a blue link, you're like, I don't know what, it's convenient, it's got a blue link, you click the blue link, and then all of a sudden you're lost, and you don't even remember what you looked at to begin with, because you fell down the Wikipedia wormhole.
What song always makes you dance?
Anything Cascada.
That a kid. If you could bring any person in the world to the homecoming dance as your date, who would you ask?
Can I ask Michael Troy right now?
Okay, at the end of this, we're actually gonna go and be like, we'll cut.
Like, I mean, I'll ask Mr. Troy, but if this is gonna get put on YouTube or something too, if this is gonna be viral, can I throw out Scarlett Johansson's name? Can I name drop Scarlett Johansson?
Yes.
People do that on YouTube, viral. All right, Scarlett Johansson.
Okay.
Or Mr. Troy. Mr. Troy is my fallback now. Sorry, Troy, you were.
What is your favorite fast food restaurant?
Steak and Shake, or Waffle House, both phenomenal.
Which is worse, your driver's license picture or your freshman year picture?
Ooh, it depends which route you're going. I think the freshman one's more awkward, but my driver's license was like the most humid day of the year when I got it, so my hair is all like froed out and like every which way. It's
If you were invisible for a day, what would you do?
I actually think I've thought of this before, and I think I would set fire to Lambeau Field.
What would you tell underclassmen not to do?
Not to waste your high school like years, because they're gone. They just up and go. You like I remember what I wore to school freshman year. I remember, you know, and it's gone. It's like a couple months. I gotta leave home. Like, you know, cherish it. Stay here. Stay here as long as you can.
Describe the scariest encounter you ever had.
Scariest? I don't know if I would say encounter, but when I was in like 3rd grade, it was like 3rd or 4th grade, I saw the remake of The Omen. You know, it's probably a crappy movie looking back on it, but I just had terrible nightmares for like the longest time of just Satan, and just it was awful. I mean, that's not really a scary event, but it was just a scary time in my life.
What is your favorite memory of your high school years?
Probably anything like sophomore year and basketball season sophomore year. I really loved the senior grade from 2012. They were pretty cool cats.
If you could go back and change one thing about your high school career, what would it be?
I would probably go back to freshman year and then cryogenically freeze myself so I could be a freshman forever.
Could you beat Caleb Lohman at a video game?
No, but asterisk. There was a time in my life where I was so good at Need for Speed and Midnight Club, so I might have his number if it came to a racing game, but probably still not.
Who was your first kiss?
Her name's Allie Arns. She goes to Waverly.
Megan.
Ditzy.
Kehoe.
Grand Dragon.
Courtney.
Golf.
Caleb.
Lord of Games. And virtual reality.
Lexi.
Fast.
Nui.
The Vi Queens. And the Lakers. And NFL.
Terrell.
Caring and understanding. She's so nice.
Westy.
Jolly.
Bailey.
Sheer athleticism.
What is your favorite PE game?
Mat ball.
What is your favorite movie?
Step Brothers.
What is your first crush?
Courtney Ott in 5th grade.
Who was your first kiss?
Michelle Breyer in 7th grade.
Where at?
At her house.
What is your favorite time of the year?
Winter, because I was born in December.
What is one outrageous thing you desperately want to try before you die?
Skydiving.
What is your favorite website?
YouTube.
What song always makes you motivated?
That's a good one. Headlines by Drake.
If you could bring any person in the world to the homecoming dance as your date, who would you ask?
Jennifer Aniston.
What is your favorite fast food restaurant?
McDonald's for sure.
Which is worse, your driver's license picture or your freshman year picture?
Ooh. Freshman year for sure.
If you were invisible for a day, what would you do?
See what my girlfriend's doing on her alone time.
What would you tell underclassmen not to do?
Not mess with Miss Eagle.
The scariest encounter you ever had?
At a haunted house, a guy creeped up behind me and grabbed the back of my leg. I was freaked out pretty bad.
Earliest memory of Denver?
Probably kindergarten and in Miss Fowler's class, me and Zach Overboy were going to the bathroom and he turned around and pissed on my shorts.
What is your favorite memory of high school years?
My sophomore year when I scored a touchdown against Forest City, it was like 55 yards.
You are graduating and leaving high school in a few months. What are your thoughts on that?
Scary. Gotta get prepared for the real world.
Are you playing fantasy football?
Yes.
Who are your starters?
Alright, Colin Kaepernick, Ray Rice, Marshawn Lynch, Julian Edelman, Sidney Rice, Julius Thomas, Eddie Lacy, the 49ers D, and Sebastian Janikowski as my kicker.
Why are you so sexy? Wait, that's not the question. Do you sleep with sheets tucked in or out?
Out.
Megan?
Nice.
Kyle?
Funny.
Courtney?
Nice.
Caleb?
Sleepy.
Lexi?
Nice.
Bray?
Myself.
Oh, duh. Abby?
Very nice.
Brenden?
Funny.
Bailey?
Best friend.